So on the water, and this will be a seven lane, 7 boat race. Lane 6 is closest to us here on the Fish Creek side, and they're marked by bow number. The lane and bow number mark that boat. So you're looking at number 6 is Burnt Hills, 5 Concord Crew, 4 Albany, 3 Shaker, 2 Niskayuna, 1 Branksome, 0 Greenwich. This is the women's first varsity 8 non-championship, flight 1 at the Saratoga Invitational, part 2 of day 3. The flag is up. They're within the 250-meter red buoyed lanes. They're in their sprint, coming to the finish line. As they get close, we're going to turn it over to the finish team. You're going to hear them yell mark and the horn as they come just in front of those orange buoys.
Mark! 0-1. Mark! Too far. Mark! 6. Mark! I missed the last one. 4-2 then.
As you can see, the boats come through, and just an exciting finish there. The first group and then also that second group. They will then go to the videotape for this one. They're going to cruise underneath the 9P bridge, cheered on by friends, family. And that's the voice of the referee on the water giving you the finish time of the top boat. Over here on the shore, when you hear that mark, that's telling the timekeepers to hit their stopwatches, and each mark in between is the differential for each place. And they will then use that to post. They will head back up the water, this set of judges, while another set of judges have already started the race. We're on what we call 7-minute centers. So there'll be another race coming down, which will be flight 2 of that women's first varsity 8. Stanley Hootie with the Saratoga Community News. Here at the Best Buy 10 on the Saratoga Rowing Boathouse side of Fish Creek in the backyard of Saratoga Boat Works. For this event, as you can hear, the winners as they go back to the dock, cheered by their fans. One of the accolades, almost liken it to a victory lap. It's a time to wave and smile. You'll hear a lot of I love yous. And there's nothing like winning a medal, but then to pass by in front of your fans and be rewarded for your efforts. For our purposes, for broadcast, it's short-lived because we have another race to go to. And yesterday we completed 96 races from 7 a.m. to 7:30. Dawn to dusk racing at Saratoga, the 16th annual Saratoga Invitational on Fish Creek. So what we'd like to do now is show you who is on the water. And what we're doing, going to show you a slide, something we've created for these purposes for today to show you the lineups. So this is race 68B. And we're showing you, if you've watched the NFL Red Zone in the fall, I like to call this the split screen. Continue to show you live coverage of the finish line at Fish Creek, but also give you an idea of who's scheduled to be in the second flight of the women's first varsity 8. There will be 6 boats in this event. Lane 0, the lane furthest away from us, the one closest to Lee's Park, will be empty. Closest to us will be lane 6, so it'll have bow. Marker number 6 will be Wappingers. 5 is Emma Willard. 4, Shenendehowa. 3, Fayetteville Manlius. Lords, lane 2. Number 1, Riverfront Recap. So just showing you who's scheduled to be in this race, and also let you know you can get results as they become available by my assistant, Rita Garrett Hootie. Follow her at Rita Hootie. And also, she's posting all the results on New York State Rowing, who we partnered with to get you all these results at NYS Rowing. I'm Stanley Hootie with the Saratoga Community News. Like to keep things simple in life, so on Twitter, it's at Stan Hootie, StanHudy. Sounds like the blowfish. And Rita, unique spelling, fittingly enough, at REDAHUDY. So it's a family affair. Team Streeta, as we've been affectionately called more than 20 years ago. So before Brangelina, before Benefer, there was Streeta. And wouldn't have it any other way. So we've got the announcement that boats are approaching. The flag is in the air. And I think you're going to see another exciting final as we start getting those official results from that race. We'll get that up to you and show you what those results look like. And again, here is women's first varsity 8 non-championship flight 2 on the water from closest to furthest: Wappingers, Emma Willard, Shenendehowa, Fayetteville, Lords, and Riverfront Recap. And they're coming in, again, another photo finish.
Mark 3. Mark 3-2.
3-2 on the finish.
Mark 4. Mark 6.
And that became a 4-boat final. You see all those rowers working so hard. 1,500-meter race. 8 young ladies in the boat with a coxswain calling it out. No megaphone needed, as you might see in the movies. It's an electronic system. It's an electronic speaker system that runs through the boat. And they also have an electronic device called a cox box for the coxswain.
5, 3, 3, 5, 0.
And giving you the time there, the cox box records their strokes per minute. So when they talk about a rating, that's how many strokes they're taking during a minute. And they will change that throughout the course of the race as needed be. Typically they have a race plan of how fast they want to be at the start, the first 250 meters coming off that stake boat start. Then the middle, the body of the race, they will adjust accordingly. They may lengthen it out, longer strokes, not as much, or use what they call a power move or power 10 strong strokes. And then they'll head into what the coxswain will call for the sprint, time to power up, more strokes per minute. And that can be fly and die, as they say. You could start your sprint too early, as you can imagine, on the flat surface, running in left-hand circles, the 4-legged athletes at Saratoga Racecourse, or our 2-legged athletes enjoying the outdoor weather in that sprint. So that completes the second flight of the women's first varsity 8. I had photo on the first one, which they're working through. And then this one was also very close here. We're on race 69 right now. And we're going to go to that to show you who's on the water. And again, as we said, they've already left 1,500 meters up to our left, to our broadcast left, below the Skidmore College Boathouse, to give you some type of bearing if you live in the Saratoga area, just below the Skidmore Boathouse. This is shared by both. This waterway, Saratoga Rowing Association, Skidmore College. And here's who's on the water right now. This is the women's 2V.